Um, I've been catching up on all the bad Cinderella tea that I haven't really been paying attention to, honestly, for the past couple of weeks. And I gotta talk about it now. How's everyone doing? Hi, Be Yourself. Hi, Danny. Yes, the lore updates are gonna happen tonight for sure. All right. And let's get to farming while we're talking, shall we? So, for those who haven't heard, I know you'll be shocked to hear Bad Cinderella is officially closing on June 4th. And last night, sorry, I'm like can't speak and read at the same time. Last night, Playbill posted on Instagram announcing the closing, and then they deleted it, and then it went up again at 7:30. It was down for a couple hours, and then it came back. And I said this in my community post, and I feel like I need to extra emphasize. It's just speculation, but some people thought that maybe the cast was supposed to be told at 5:30, and that post went up like right around 5:30 accidentally. But to be fair, it's kind of a different situation than last time because the writing's kind of been on the wall. Linady posted a couple weeks ago that she was like going to auditions, and it's like not a good sign when your lead actress is like exploring other roles openly. And there was also an article released by the New York Post, actually that same guy who wrote the article about the British one, about how the show is just bleeding money. And it had like at most 7 weeks, and that was like 3-4 weeks ago. Yeah, I mean, this thing, they may have learned online, but again, I don't think it was as much of a surprise because last time there were people like actively coming in for costume prep and stuff. Like they thought the show was ongoing, and the show wasn't as like publicly hated as it was now. Yeah, so I don't know. It is really sad, obviously, when any show closes because people are losing their job. But it's not a surprise. And after I saw that, I kind of took some time to read into. It certainly is one of the musicals of all time. I took some time to read into what the folks at Bad Cinderella have been up to because I haven't really been paying attention, honestly, the past couple weeks because I don't take pleasure in other people's misery as much as the cast of Bad Cinderella may think so. So, for one thing, a couple weeks ago now, two of the actors from Bad Cinderella, one of them I know is Jay Savage, the other one, I don't remember who it was. It might have been one of the stepsisters. They both posted on their Instagram stories being like, oh my gosh, all of the Broadway fans who are hating on on the show are awful. And Jay said something like, why don't you guys get angry about trans rights or the gun violence in our country? Why do you care about this musical? And the other person posted like, ugh, all these 17-year-old kids hating on our show are bleh. And neither of those posts were received well. So the Bad Cinderella PR team had to scramble for a little bit and be like, those actors were not talking about people who'd seen the show, or they were talking about people who were criticizing the show but hadn't seen the show, which, was not expressly said in their posts, but maybe that's who they were talking about. And it was kind of one of those unfortunate things where I don't doubt that they're getting a lot of shit. And I mean, the musical itself is getting a lot of shit. And even if it's not directed at them, it's hard not to take it personally. But at the same time, like, when you acknowledge stuff like that, it just makes it 10 times worse. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I think a lot of people actually care about those issues in Bad Cinderella and have criticized the problematic aspects of the show, rightfully. Yeah, and Andrew Lloyd Webber. So, Also on Andrew Lloyd Webber, I had kind of been under the impression that Phantom of the Opera was closing and it was his decision. And I sort of cynically thought that he was closing Phantom of the Opera to sort of force Andrew Lloyd Webber fans to see Bad Cinderella. And it turns out that's like not really the case. He's been giving a couple interviews up until Phantom of the Opera closed. And he was like visibly upset and like almost in tears on Jimmy Fallon talking about Phantom of the Opera closing. And it turns out it's his producer, Cameron McIntosh, who's pretty much behind Phantom of the Opera closing. And so Andrew Lloyd Webber's kind of been going through it. His son passed away right before Bad Cinderella opened, and then Phantom of the Opera closed, and then Bad Cinderella's been happening. So I honestly, I feel bad for him. Like on a human level, it's awful stuff. But it's all so strange. And you know what else? So apparently they fired the marketing team for Bad Cinderella a couple weeks ago, or they cut ties with them and got a different marketing team, even though the marketing was arguably one of the only things that really worked about the show. I don't have food. I really shouldn't be doing this. I'll just go for a little bit. And so they got this new marketing team. And on 420, they made 2 posts. One of them was, who needs high art when you can just be high? Or something to that effect. And the other post they said was like, flying high in the sky as a new meaning today. Because it's like a Bad Cinderella lyric. So strange. The marketing team, the new one, has been making some odd choices. Very chaotic choices, but maybe it's just kind of a last-ditch effort to get some attention. They were posting bootlegs and tagging the bootleggers and being like, woo, it's our show. No. And there were rumors going around that they were trying to buy some of the actors out of their contracts and stunt cast as sort of a last-ditch effort to save the show. Kind of like what they did with Funny Girl. Except the issue is, one, they're bleeding money. They don't have enough money to pay anyone, like, famous enough that would actually save the show. And 2, no one wants to be associated with the project. Like, even though the Funny Girl revival got bad reviews when it first came out, it's still Funny Girl. And also, they kind of got lucky that Lea Michele would have done that show for free. You know? Not the same situation with Bad Cinderella. I did see some people say that Trisha Paytas should have been stunt cast to play the stepsister, and I entirely agree. Sad that that's not happening. Oh, thank you, Grace. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm gonna leave before I die. That's been some of the stuff that's been going on. Also, the night before the show got canceled, they live streamed the first 15 minutes of the second act. It was very interesting. I don't know if a Broadway show's ever done that before. I mean, I don't know. With Trisha Paytas, I know she's done some awful things. I don't actively watch her. But I can't deny when I hear some of the goofy things that she does, it makes me giggle just a little bit. I feel bad about it, but she does. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I also think Trisha Paytas was the only one who would probably show up for that train wreck if we're being real. I did see that. I don't know. I really want to see Trisha's like bank statements or like how she payrolls all of these elaborate costumes all the time. Like, I know she makes money from OnlyFans, but surely she spends a crazy amount on those costumes. I don't know. Probably shouldn't have bought beer. That's like not the efficient thing to munch on, but you know. Shane's having a bad effect on me, what can I say? I don't think I've seen her Darman ripoffs. I don't know how I missed that. Trisha does kind of have Kristen Chenoweth energy, but specifically her character in Glee. Like, messy, messy, messy. But you can't stop watching. It's already 6:20 p.m. What did I even do on this day? Moses. I know it's none of my business, but I do kind of want to know what's up with Moses and Hila. But we'll never know, and that's fine. Because I honestly feel like Trisha could be redeemed if it wasn't for stuff going on between Moses and Hila. I don't know. He seems like a willing participant. He seems to get a decent amount out of the situation. Like on their honeymoon, they went to that underwater hotel in the Maldives. It's like 35 grand a night. And his whole thing is water. I think he's doing just fine. I've also like not heard great things about him either, so like they might just deserve each other. I don't think so. That sounds familiar. I feel like I'm really out of the loop with shows because I know y'all were talking about Yellow Jackets at one point, and I had no idea that like everybody's talking about that. I still am not clear on what that show is, except you've all told me that it's scary, so I'm I probably wouldn't want to watch it. But I don't watch like new shows anymore. Other than um like reality shows. That's just for funsies. Ugh, my babe just you could be grateful maybe for a start. Cannibalism. Okay, that's not what I would have guessed. I thought it would I mean zombies aren't really the thing anymore. I mean The Last of Us was super popular, but it's based on like a 2012 game. Zombies are so 2000 and late. Yeah, I don't think I'd be down for a cannibalism show. I couldn't watch Hannibal when that was popular either. It's just, unsettles me. Ugh, H2O. That's such a good show to rewatch. Such a good comfort watch. And I'm still upset about how they ruined the Ricky and Zane arc in season 3. Just to make room for the new people. I've already forgotten the new mermaid's name. He didn't matter. It was all Ricky for me. She could have just had her own show and I would have been fine. Okay, that does sound vaguely familiar to me. I do like musical shows. Maybe I'll watch it. All the musical shows that I watch get canceled without any sort of real conclusion. I mean, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend lasted a lot longer than I thought it was going to be fair. But I was really into Gallivant, and no one was into Gallivant. Justice for that show. Mm-mm-mm. Can that go in the community center? I need to keep track of what I need to be collecting. No. No. Nope. Useless. Useless. Where's the summer foraging? Or did I already do that? Oh, okay. I missed that. I already looked at that. Oh, there's the foraging. Yeah, well, I gave it to Abigail and she didn't appreciate it. I did not watch Mako Mermaids. I know a lot of people wanted me to. It didn't seem that exciting, honestly. Like, I didn't really hear, like, particularly awful things about it, but I didn't really hear great things about it either, and I was like, meh. Like, why ruin my good memories of a show I like? Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't hit for me either. The spreading weeds have caused damage to my farm. Unfortunate. Whoops. What damage? Good thing I can't tell what it damaged. Woo! Getting pretty speedy at this whole watering thing. Look out. I love the Stardew songs. I listen to it at work, like, all the time. I'm, like, constantly listening to video game music. Okay, well, I need to go find another spice thing, because that way I can complete the bundle and be happy and healthy and free. Hey, weather nerdy boy. I don't super remember the context. I feel like when I say rich text, if I'm just going off of my memory, it just means that there's a lot of layers, a lot of things to unpack. I don't know. And that certainly seems to be true based on my memory of the Bellathorn video. A lot of complex things in that video. Oh, really? Someone DM'd me about my environmentalism video recently, because I think I accidentally deleted the link to the paper, and she was using it for her her chem report, so I sent it to her. Yeah, it is upsetting. Glad you liked it, question mark. Eco-anxiety, am I right? Is there a way to... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life. Oh, I could have gone that way. Well, I will go this way. But how much do I need for a geode? That's 25, right? I can afford it. I may be poor, but I have a heart and a dream. That should be enough. What do you think of that, Clint? Oh. Myself out. Community center or donation? I'm gonna donate it, actually. I didn't get anything, though. My generosity got me nowhere. Lesson learned. Nice. Ooh, what do you think of this, Penny? See, you appreciate things. You're my new favorite. Yeah, I need to hit more of these squiggly spots. I also need to stop. No, don't eat it. No. Ugh. Moving targets are hard. Ugh. That was stressful. Oh my gosh. Are you doing okay? I've never had a concussion. But they're not pleasant. Fun fact, my roommate in college got a concussion from headbanging at a rave into another person who was also headbanging. Ouch. Yeah. And she was out for a couple of days. It's a real intense headbang, I suppose. Yeah, man, those are no joke. Hope you recover okay. I know my friend in law school, sorry, I probably shouldn't tell this story, this will stress you out. My friend in law school fell down and got a concussion, and it like really impacted her memory for like a couple of months. And she was really stressed about it because we were going to take the bar exam in a couple of months. And she recovered fine. She was fine for the bar exam. She passed. It was tough. No, my college roommate, she was wild. She was something else. She had her boyfriend's actual birth certificate, not a copy, framed on our wall. And he didn't go to college, which is fine, but he would come stay with us from like Thursdays to Sundays in like the tiny, you know, freshman dorm. I mean, that is love. They didn't last, but they sure tried their best, didn't they? Ugh. And I remember we had like a Jack and Jill situation, so we had technically sweet mates on the other side who shared a bathroom with us. And my roommate and her boyfriend would like take hour-long showers and like have sex in the shower. And I guess at one point my roommate heard them complaining about that, and they're like, oh my gosh. I heard our sweet mates talking shit, and I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy. Why would they do that? Real character growth. Having to live with someone in a small confined space, isn't it? I'm like really happy to not have roommates anymore, to be honest. Dan doesn't count. No, absolutely no decorum. Sorry, I just got like lost in my train of thought. I don't think I have anything that I can sell, unfortunately. I can buy a single pepper. Oh, I should plant that. Billy Billy. Yeah, okay. Guess I need a fish because I have no money. I also need to figure out what Marnie likes because we need to get into her room and stat. Fish, fish, fish. Nice. I remember the title, but what were the Pass the Plate segments? I of course remember the Friendship for Change. Was it Friendship for Change? Or was it Pass It On? I feel like I'm just looking at Pass the Plate and getting it confused. But Friendship for Change was iconic because they had Miley Cyrus, Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez, and Nick Jonas all in a room together when they absolutely hated each other for charity. You know, all for a good cause. Remember when Miley Cyrus just had like a random 30-year-old friend? Or maybe she wasn't 30. But like a friend who was like 10 years older than her. And they got into beef with Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez. And there was just like a full-on grown woman beefing with these children. Oh, that's fun. You know Brenda Song's married to Macaulay Culkin now? And they have a kid. A weird crossover in the Matrix. Oops. Hi, Amelia. Would Noel Miller make for a decent Nick Jonas impersonator? I mean, the man's talented. I don't know if he's that talented. I'm good, Amelia. It's been an exciting time. Like I was talking about at the beginning of the chat, Bad Cinderella has been at the forefront of my mind again, which never fails to entertain. Also, Tears of the Kingdom comes out tomorrow. And the Switch is Dan's Switch, technically. And someone like in his family pre-ordered Tears of the Kingdom for him for his birthday. So I don't think I'm gonna actually get to play it for a while. Uh-oh. I'll do the bug meat. So I asked Dan, because he works from home, to live stream it for me while he's playing it. So I can keep up with it, because I feel like I'm not gonna actually get to play it for another couple of weeks, but I'm very excited. I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays right now. Same time. 7 to 9. I want to do more someday, but honestly, I'd probably... Some stuff would have to change in my personal life, and that's hard. I like hanging out with y'all. It's fun. Yeah, I'm not even the youngest child, and that is 100% my experience. Crash in the trash. I just... Other than the point-and-click games, I didn't really play video games when I was younger, so I feel like I didn't really develop that dexterity. You know, it's kind of like when you learn a language when you're young, it's like so much easier. So I love video games. I'm just not very good at them, which is why a lot of times I would like just watch Let's Plays or I'll watch Dan play now. And so sometimes I forget, honestly, which games I've actually played and which ones I've just watched so many Let's Plays it feels like I've played them. Like The Last of Us. I don't think I've ever actually played that game, but it feels like I have. I mean, I feel like I got the gist. Is Zelda a trans icon? I mean, sure, if she is. Oh, hey, Goose. Well, on Tuesdays, we've been playing Emerald City Confidential, and that's been pretty fun. And I also really want to play... Do y'all remember the My Sims games on the Wii? I really want to play My Sims Agents. It's another game I played as a kid, and I feel like I just really want to experience again with y'all. Because I think we're going to finish Emerald City Confidential in our next, like, stream of it. We need something else. And I don't know how long I'll play Stardew for. I'm sure, like, once I finish the community center, I'll move on. Or, you know, if I get bored before then, move on to something else. Is she? I guess I'm not hip to the lore. Oh my gosh, Grace, that's so exciting. Congratulations. Ah, what's some general advice? I would say when you're 17, 18, it's like really important to put yourself out there and just like try as many things as you can. Like, especially in college, I signed up for so many clubs when I started, and that's how I made so many of my friends and how I, you know, really had character development. And the older you get, the less time you have to really like explore what you like, just like as your own person. It's a lot harder to spend time on your hobbies when you're old and decrepit and 24 like me. I don't know. I feel like I took things a lot more seriously when I was 18, and that wasn't super necessary. I guess that's what I would tell my 18-year-old self. I don't know if that's applicable to you. Ooh, mixed seeds. It is so weird, though, that you're graduating high school when, like, I graduated high school 6 years ago, and I'm, like, only 19, so it's, like, crazy. The passage of time is disgusting. I got a lot of shit. Yeah, King of the Road, exactly. Hi, Elijah, and hi, Minbridge. Yeah, I was a very, very dramatic little 18-year-old. I'm still very dramatic now, but I think I also cared a lot more about where I went to college, and the way that really doesn't matter. Like, the difference between going to one state school versus another state school, like, does not make an impact on your career or, like, who you are as a person. Like, really, unless you're going to an Ivy League, it's kind of all the same. And so, don't feel like you have to put yourself into debt to go somewhere because it's, like, fancy, if you're going to school anyways. I shouldn't fish too much because I got some stuff to sell. Gonna pick up at any time? I feel like, it's interesting because I feel like parents have always, like, in my experience, been like, oh, community college is such the practical choice. Like, that's what everybody says. But it really is. I did, like, a hybrid. Oh, you're there. I will. I did, like, a hybrid of high school and community college in my last year. And community college, one, it was so much easier than AP classes. And two, I got way more credits doing community college than my AP credits. And it was like useful. Those credits all transferred. Yes. And I don't know if y'all have seen Community, but it's such an eclectic group of people, truly, who go to community college. And that's like, the chaos of it makes it extra fun. Yeah, I know a lot of people who went to community college, actually. And, like, some of them, like, went to Georgetown or, like, UCLA. Like, they did really well for themselves in a way that they probably wouldn't have been able to if they just went through high school. Like, I know for me, I transferred from a German school, my American school, halfway through high school. And because my German school was on the IB program, a lot of my grades didn't translate properly. Like, I was taking, like, equivalent to AP courses. It's not really equivalent. But they all came out as standard courses on my GPA. So I had, like, a relatively low GPA going in to junior high. And I took that so seriously. Like, that was such a blow to my very fragile ego. I forgot I was going to sell fish. And that's the other thing, like, stuff like that just isn't the end of the world like I once thought it was. But I honestly thought about going to community college for a couple years. My only thing was I did not want to live with my parents. And I was, like, privileged enough to where I could afford to, like, live in the dorms. And I love my parents, but, like, we were kind of at a breaking point with each other. And that's really the only reason I think I didn't go to community college. Yeah, see? Like, stuff like that, like, you get a clean slate. And even, like, year to year, that stuff isn't, like, the end of the world either. What do you think, Haley? I wish you would love me, but kind of besides the point, I suppose. Well, it's just trash. I need to put that away. I don't know why I'm still carrying that around. Amelia, if you... I have an email. I don't think it's listed on my Twitch, unfortunately. But it's just my name, ashleynorton.inquiries@gmail.com, and I'll look at it. I don't have a Discord, and I don't really plan on having a Discord. But I'd love to, like, have artists do some of my emotes and stuff. Like, I don't know how to pronounce their Twitch name. 6ATO sent me, like, their portfolio. And they do really good stuff, and so I was gonna talk with them later. I think they're actually on their honeymoon right now. That's one of the that's one of the things I really like about being a person on the internet is I get to see like a lot of really cool artists making cool stuff because they follow me for some reason. I'm like, y'all are like way cooler than me. But I'm happy that you're here. I mean, I'm gonna romance them all because I'm a slut. At least in the game. I don't know who I'm gonna marry though. It's probably gonna be a woman. The only kind of unfortunate thing is, you know, my character is still canonically bi, but I did accidentally make myself a boy. So if I get married to a girl, people are gonna assume I'm in a straight relationship, and that's just, you know, even in a virtual setting, it's upsetting. I married Abigail last time. I don't know, I kind of like Haley because Haley's mean to me. You know, I'm a simple gal, I like simple things. I don't really think you can go wrong with any of the lady marriage candidates. I would also marry any of the moms if we could marry them, but sadly we can't. I guess she's probably the one I talk to the least. I still like her, she's cute. I guess it's because Maru, like, lives with her parents. She also just feels like a high schooler to me. Like, it feels like I shouldn't be trying to date her. I should be helping her with her homework. I don't have nearly enough room in my inventory to be doing all that. I also don't have nearly enough to be fishing either, but I'll do it anyways. We love the MILFs, we do, and hopefully in the Haunted Chocolatier, Concerned Apes next game, we can finally live out our MILF marrying dreams. It is like a monthly, if not weekly ritual, checking his Twitter and his website to see if he's announced a release date for that game. As if I wouldn't know immediately because it would be everywhere on social media, but still working on it. Ah. Yeah, I feel like I'd also marry... I could see myself settling down with Jody. I feel like we could live a happy life together. Yes, Robin. Of all the moms, Robin's definitely the catch. She could provide for me, you know? I mean, I can't build anything, so... I would certainly welcome the help. Honestly, all the husbands in this town, what are they doing? They better be treating them all like queens. Ugh, there she is. And there he is. Chase after her. Chase after her the way that I can't. Alright, should we go give some alcohol to alcoholics? You know, it's a Friday night. You know what that means. Whoop whoop! I got one more slot. Isn't that beautiful how these things turn out? Sebastian, what do you think about this? If you don't like it, I'm gonna be sad. Okay, well, you know, we tried. Come here, Bam. Come here. Come here. Or should I give it to Shane? Where's Shane? Is it too early for him? I'll give it to him. Maybe. Yeah, what can I say? I'm an enabler. There he is. All right. I am stuck. Oh, whoop, whoop. Okay, awkward. Excuse me. Excuse me. Whoop, whoop. Everyone, back off. Please, I'm a person just like you. You can all hug me one at a time. Oh, I have. I lose track of all the alcohol I give Shane. Sure thing. What do you think, Leah? Do you like bread? I like bread. No. Oh. Well, I said I liked it. No. Excuse me, excuse me. Awful taste. I still love you, Leah, but awful taste. Yeah, here. I'll type it. We can fix him, Grace. Whoops. Alright, we're back. Alright, well, pretty successful night, I would say. Do people like me? Oh, Shane loves me. He can't get enough. Shane and Harvey, my two least favorite marriage candidates. Yeah, everybody else hates me. Ugh, this is sad. Well, we tried. Well, I'm gonna go see if I can find that fruit anywhere. I didn't donate that thing to Gunther, but oh well. Yeah, I wanted to marry Emily last time. I got vetoed by Dan. I might marry Emily. We haven't unlocked any of her scenes, but she's fun. I love a crystal gal. I've got some... What do I have here? I don't remember what I have, but I have a rock at my desk at all times for the vibes, of course. I don't know if they really do anything for me, but they're just pretty to look at. Hey, Skywars babe. How's it going? Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh no. I'm stressed. He's putting up a fight. Really putting up a... That... What? Oh no. It was going so well until it wasn't. Oop, wrong direction. Did y'all see the Meg 2 trailer that came out a couple of days ago? I kind of go through this phase every couple of months. Maybe not that often, I should... where I'll just watch trailers for different shark movies and scare myself. And I fell into one of those a couple nights ago when the Meg 2 trailer came out. I was just watching clip after clip from all these shark movies. 47 Meters Down, The Shallows, Meg 1. What's another shark movie? Not Sharknado. That one doesn't count. I also... Oh, I didn't watch it. Because the thing is, I'm too scared to watch these things. I just watched the clips. Somehow, like, watching that in isolation is fine. Plus, if they're, like, the clips that are okay to be put on YouTube, they're not going to be, like, gory and gross. I'm the kind of gal who likes to read the Wikipedia articles for horror movies and then never watch them. Or watch clips, as I said. And something about underwater horror just like, one really like spooks me and just like really speaks to me on a spiritual level. Maybe it's because I'm a water sign. Oh, come on. I get so close. Ugh. Y'all see this? I'm trying so hard. Hi, Goose. Oh, he's licking my foot. This is not optimal for gaming, Goose. I appreciate you, though. Oh my god. Ugh. Did y'all see that? Airborne Knight, are you like mind? Good. I'm glad I'm not alone. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for the FNAF movie. Did y'all hear the rumor that Jack Black is potentially in it? I would die if he was. Five Nights at Freddy's is another one where, like, I played the first game. I didn't beat it, but I played it when, like, first came out. But I've watched so many videos, like, summarizing the lore. And, of course, I've watched all of our Sweet Sweet Markiplier's videos on them. Because he's such a handsome man, and how could I not? Kind of unfortunate that Scott Cawthon sucks, but you know. You can't say that you're shocked to find that out. Or at least I wasn't. That's the developer of FNAF, for those of you not in the know. Not an epic gamer. Yeah, I used to watch the Mad Pat theories. I haven't watched Mad Pat in years. I just love watching the out of context clips that always show up on my TikTok For You page. Like, he was talking about the 2008 financial crisis and then segued into Animal Crossing. And I loved it. I don't need any more context. That was incredible. No one does video essays quite like him. Okay. I really need to put some of this stuff. I think I also need to make a new box. Whoops. Yeah. Am I running out of stuff in here? Oh no, I still have room. I also wonder, how much theorizing do y'all think Matt Pat is actually doing? Or how much of it is like outsourced, you know? I mean, his videos are still fun, even if it's not him doing all the research anymore. But how many game theories can one person possibly have? I mean, that's not a game theory. He's moved on to other things. Did y'all see he has a style theory channel now? Getting out of control. I mean, good for him. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a YouTuber who sold his soul for success. It'd be Matt Pat, and I don't judge him for it. I think he's doing the Lord's work. Well, that's kind of ironic if he sold his soul to the devil. I don't know. There's something behind those eyes. But that's just a theory. A game theory. I mean, I'm never going to be able to make a YouTube tagline as iconic as that, you know? We peaked. We peaked and we're all chasing Matt Pat's excellence. Didn't Matt Pat at one point, it wasn't like super drama, but didn't he kind of get in drama with Toby, the creator of Undertale? Because he was like saying something sassy about indie games on his live stream. I probably shouldn't mouth off my like very vague recollections of drama because I could be slandering people. I honestly don't know what I'm talking about. But I remember him and Toby having like mild beef on Twitter. Radio Rebels is a good one. And that might have to be it. I do wish that my name could be like a fun pun, like the Jennanites, the Jake Paulers. But it just doesn't work with Ashley Norton, you know? I don't have the star power name necessary for that. Yeah, Amelia, I'll check after I'm done streaming. Well, actually, I probably won't check tonight because I will watch YouTube and go to bed. But in the morning, probably. Yeah, the Norders. Real good. Oh my gosh, my sister. You know how in schools you would have like generic usernames that people would make? For like your school logins? They were the first letter of your first name and the first 4 letters of your last name. And hers was Snort, and she barely got through elementary school with that. I mean, embarrassing. And then mine was A Norto 1, and my computer would always autocorrect to, "Did you mean abortion?" And I'm like, no. In fact, that is not what I was thinking about, but thank you for reminding me about that. Yeah, so that's like the most fun wordplay I've gotten out of my name. Oh, and I've gotten like Norton Here's a Who, but I don't know if that's really a pun. That's just kind of a word that sounds vaguely similar to my name. Sladio Slable. That might be it. I have Horton energy. Or like a Whoville Whovian. Or they're just called Whos, I guess. I don't have the nose to be a Who. I have the opposite. I've got the Martinez nose. You know, I feel like there's worse energy to have. Do I have that kid from the Lorax dancing at the end of the Lorax energy? Question for the chat. Very important question. Because I aspire to, but I don't know if I'm there yet. Yeah, my famous Canadian energy. I feel like it's an insult to actual Canadians. I swear, I feel like I've definitely thought about moving to Canada though. So I guess it's not totally off base. I know Canada's not perfect, it has its problems, but you know. It's always a nice fantasy to think, I could maybe leave this country, but it won't happen. It's fine. Besides, I don't want the fucking nerds to run me out of the country. I'll be here even if people in our government do annoy me. And that's that. You know, for Halloween last year, I was the sexy Onceler and Dan was the Lorax. In my mind, he was the sexy Lorax. He wasn't dressed particularly like sexily. He was just wearing a onesie and like a little fake mustache. But it was fun. It was such a sleigh. I always choose like... I feel like I choose really fun, original costumes, but no one knows who we are without me explaining it. It was such a look. I had like fishnet tights, and little shorts, and I of course had the green coat, feather boa, top hat. It was such a serve. And then this year, we were the cowboy and the Roman emperor from Night at the Museum. That was also fun. No one had any idea who we were until we explained it, and then they were like, oh. I was Octavius. Dan and I both wanted to be Owen Wilson, but he didn't want to do any costume that didn't incorporate his mustache. And Owen Wilson has a slight mustache in the movie, so he won that one. And we were also Kiki and... is it Tombo? From Kiki's Delivery Service, and Goose was the cat. That was a really cute one. And I'm always thinking of ideas for our next one. I'm thinking, I kind of want to do, it might be too ambitious. I kind of want to do the Blades of Glory guys. I don't know what it says about me that I always want to play two canonically straight male characters with my boyfriend, but I mean, you know, that's for my therapist to unpack, not me. Barbie costumes are going to be big. And I love it. Unfortunately, blonde does not suit me. I can't really do Barbie costumes. I mean, I know there's other Barbies that aren't blonde, but to recognize the person as Barbie, you gotta be blonde, right? I mean, I don't, but you know, like, to the world, I think everyone is queer, as we've established. But yeah, I like the bromance characters. And Dan just goes along with it. I always tell him, like, you can pick our Halloween costumes if you come up with an idea that's like good. And he doesn't think about it. He doesn't put in the work like I do. I've also thought about maybe, because it'd be pretty easy to do, the lady who fucks the bee in the Bee from Bee Movie. That would be pretty fun. I'm just giving y'all some ideas now at this point. I'm trying to think what other ones we thought about. Megamind and the other guy from Megamind. I've thought about that, but that's like maybe a little too ambitious. I feel like, one, I don't know which one of us would want to be Megamind, and two, be kind of sweaty wearing blue paint all the time. Oh, we've thought about being Tobias and Lindsay and wearing blue paint for that one. That one would be fun. But again, I just don't look good blonde. And I feel like the really cheap Halloween blonde wig would, I don't know. I feel like I could do better. I know, I feel like I kind of look like the Bee Movie lady. I mean, I'm white and I have short brown hair. I mean, it's like looking in a mirror. Tobias and Lindsay is... I saw a lot of people do that this year. I also saw quite a couple people tagged me. They went as like Zach and Cody from the Danimal Sweepstakes and tagged me. That was a delight. I love everyone who did that. There were also a lot of, at least on my For You page, a lot of Sue Sylvesters for Halloween, and I think that's fun. And that's just a tracksuit. Man, I've been working hard today. I have like no energy. Munch, munch, munch. All that hard work and I just ate it all. Yes, I rewatched Glee after Mike's Mike made his series about it. Ugh. And that was such a delight. I don't feel like I was intelligent enough to appreciate like the meta humor of that show when I first watched it, because I was like 11 or 12 when that first came out. And it's so like, some of it's so wildly offensive. Like truly, did not age well. But a lot of it is so good. I also probably should have bought other things besides bread, but whatever. Let me look up what Marnie likes. You know, you say that, but I feel like a Glee reboot is just around the corner, and I wouldn't put it past them. I stopped rewatching when I got to season 5 and 6, because I feel like, I mean, season 4 was bad. I probably should have stopped at season 4. But after, like, Cory Monteith died, I feel like the show really, like, it wasn't the same. Everyone was just kind of sad. Understandably so. The only episodes I watched from season 6 were the ones where Sue has, like, a saw trap thing, and, like, she becomes, like, a Klain shipper at the end. Those 2 episodes are just a trip. You just have to watch that for the art. But the other episodes are not worth watching. You don't need to see puppets sing What Does the Fox Say? Like, no. I also didn't like watching the later seasons because, oh, what's his name on the show? Ryder. And what's her name? Oh my god. Marley. Like, they dated in real life, and there was like some pretty serious domestic abuse allegations about it afterwards. And so it was just really uncomfortable to watch their like show romance, because I'm just like, this did not end well. I don't want to think about that. Yeah, I would skip all of their scenes. I also found his character to be cringe, and he was like transphobic, and that was like part of his like arc, was like learning to not be transphobic, which I'm like, okay, I don't really, good for you, I guess. And they also like mentioned that he was assaulted and then like literally never mention it again. And all the other male characters are like, dude, that's awesome. It was so strange, like such a strange couple of seasons at the end. Like there was that was during the school like shooting episode. It's a lot. It's a lot. It stopped being a fun ride. It started taking itself too seriously. Ryan Murphy, you know, he makes choices. He swings really hard, and sometimes he hits, and a lot of times he misses. And I've also heard that he's kind of like an unpleasant person to work with, which I feel like is true of a lot of creative people like that. And I mean, he's close with Lea Michele, so I feel like we can put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, his, like, the dyslexia thing also didn't even really come back. That was also like a dropped like plot point. It started to become a thing where they were trying, I don't think it's a bad thing inherently to try and include different marginalized characters, but if you're not going to actually like take it seriously or like follow up on it beyond one episode, like why bother? Because it's really strange when it's like juxtaposed against Sue Sylvester singing Nicki Minaj. Like the tonal whiplash is like too much. Is that really what that episode was called? Oh my god. That was so awful. That was such an awful episode. I mean, it was meant to be uncomfortable. So, yes, mission accomplished, but yeah, that was a hard pass for me. Yeah, I just I feel like Glee, I mean, Mike's Mike said it best. That show was at its best when it wasn't taking itself too seriously. Because honestly, like the representation of like Santana and Brittany was like surprisingly good for the time. And that wasn't something that they took seriously at all for like the first couple seasons. It was just kind of like a running gag. But they just like let these ladies be lesbians, you know? And it wasn't like a big, I mean, it was a big thing for a couple episodes, but like, you know, there was some nuance. It didn't feel like they were trying too hard. Yeah, Ryan Murphy did do that too, didn't he? I know. It's because it's Evan Peters, man. Everyone likes Evan Peters, so they forget how, oh, I'm going to pass out. They forget how awful that character was. But yeah, that was also probably not great for my child psyche to watch that season of American Horror Story. I didn't watch Scream Queens. I mean, obviously I've heard like the Chanel #1, Chanel #2 thing a million times on TikTok. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it. That one also seems like it has like some really funny moments and then like some really cringy moments. That's like every Ryan Murphy show. Yeah, I feel like the last American Horror Story season I watched, and I don't even think I finished it, was the Freak Show one. Because like I was like really interested in the spooky clown and then didn't even really end up being about the spooky clown. And I just kind of got bored and stopped watching it. And like I love that Lady Gaga was on it later, but I was just like so over the show in general. And they were also only because Ryan Murphy has like his favorite actors that he likes to use all the time. And he was really falling into using that one guy for everything. I don't remember his name. He's got like dark brown hair. He's a fine actor, but they were using him for like everything. And I'm like, there are other talented actors out there that you could use. And also other choices that could be made in these shows. It was pure shock value, wasn't it? But isn't it like technically still going on, or like a spin-off of it is going on? But y'all are absolutely right. Ryan Murphy is the Andrew Lloyd Webber of the TV world for sure. And I feel like there's probably going to be like some sort of, it's kind of happened, some sort of reckoning with him one day. Because we let him get away with a lot as a society. Oh. Oh. No. No. Oh, this is so unfortunate. Oh god, this is a disaster. I hate these guys. I also don't know if I love this sword, to be honest. It's got a really short range of motion. Do I have to kill all of these guys? I'm a pacifist. Oh my gosh, Blaine. I have such a crush on Darren Criss. I was, were y'all a Star Kid? I watched him in a Harry Potter musical. It was love at first sight. Oof, it is not going well for me, folks. You know, I really like a man where you can go, is he gay? That's my type. Y'all see this? Y'all see how bad this is going for me? I hope not. I hope you're all looking away. Okay, I'm accepting defeat. Woo! Meh. I only watched, I did not watch the Monica Lewinsky season of American Crime Story. I watched the OJ one. I wasn't like that mad at it. Ooh, a train! Ooh, a train! Train, train, train. I didn't really like, is it Cuba Gooding Jr.'s performance of OJ? I mean, as a concept, I'm kind of just over the like drama series based on real true crimes. I wasn't over it at the time. I was actually very into it, but yeah, not my favorite concept. And there's so many of them now. Woo! Look at this. How come what? Oh, the true crime stuff? I mean, I went to law school and I worked with people in prison and people who had done like violent crimes. And they were still people who like had their oh, the Cuba Gooding Jr. Lol, I was talking about something much more serious. I'll finish that thought though. There were still people who like had their rights violated, and I feel like true crime kind of dehumanizes people in a way that's not helpful and encourages mass incarceration. But Cuba Gooding Jr., I just thought he was kind of whiny. To be fair, I don't think he did a whole lot comparatively. It was kind of the John Travolta show. I mean, O.J. Simpson also was kind of a little whiny bitch, but I don't know. Maybe it was because, like, he kind of looked like a short king on the show. I just didn't really buy him as O.J., I guess. But, yeah, I don't like the true crime fandoms. Did y'all see, I don't mind Kendall Rae. I don't really have strong opinions about her either way, but she posted this podcast clip where she was like, ugh, I hate when parents kill their kids. And it's like, yeah, I think we all do. You know what I mean? It just kind of, when you talk about true crime a lot, you kind of, it loses its impact. You start talking about some whack stuff. Yeah, murder, so cringe. I mean, she wasn't wrong. I mean, I don't disagree. Parents shouldn't kill their kids. Oh, OJ 100% did it. I don't know if y'all listened to You're Wrong About, but they had this great OJ Simpson series that isn't like irreverent of true crime. And unfortunately they didn't finish it because the one co-host left and I don't think they're ever really going to finish it. But I mean, you can also look up the case. So I still recommend it. Yeah, the evidence against OJ is pretty airtight. But it was kind of the perfect storm of situations that, you know, actually kind of got him a fair trial, which is not, you know, the standard. And also, like, DNA evidence wasn't really understood. Like, jurors didn't get it at the time. And the LA police was very corrupt and very deserving of criticism. My parents were actually in LA when that happened. My mom watched OJ on the highway. She like was one of the people on the side of the road. know if she was cheering him on, but she was like watching. Because it's one of those things where it's like, you know, a moment in history. She also thought OJ did it. I don't know if she had that opinion at that exact time, but she definitely does now. Oh, I don't have stuff. I'll eat the sweet pea. I think I remember Leah liking salads. I'm gonna get one for her so that she can love me. It really was, like, I mean, it was the trial of the century, right? Casey Anthony, I mean, I remember when it was happening, but I was kind of too young to be following it. But that was also one that was just, like, everywhere. And I know recently, like, didn't she make a documentary or something? I just, you know, no one's opinion about whether she did it or not is going to change. And, you know, I don't really want to think about that crime. It's pretty sad. So, I was alright not watching it. Oh, these are worse. Well. I'll put this thing in the community center while I still remember to do that. I wish it was raining like that here. The vibes. I think that was in the boiler room. Look at y'all. So cute. This one? Yes. All right. One down. I guess the Iowa murders are kind of like that of today. That's another one that I'm actively avoiding whenever it shows up on my TikTok For You page because people are weirdos about it. Because I know, I mean, I don't know the specifics, but I know the gist was that a bunch of people in a house were killed and people were blaming the roommates for no other reason other than the roommates being asleep and not also being violently murdered. And then it ended up being like the really rare thing where it like was somebody who was unrelated to the victims and was just kind of like an awful guy who did an awful thing. And it's like, wow, y'all, don't you look like real assholes coming after these roommates who have a lot of trauma and don't need to be told that they killed their friends. Like, I made a video on my opinions on like true crime TikTok like really early in my channel, and I feel like I still stand behind those points. Not for me. I don't engage. I say I don't engage, but I feel like I know a lot. I don't actively seek it out, but it shows up. It's everywhere. Yeah, it was in Moscow, huh? America's really unoriginal. Like, I feel like all of our cities are just some ripoff of European places, right? That is the American way. Taking things from other people. You can just make seeds? Mayonnaise. I wonder how many ores do you need to get a bar of something? Well, I've only got 14 of that. I don't know if I have enough. I don't think 5's enough. I feel like it's gotta be like 10 or 20, right? Five ores for a bar? Oh, okay. Well then, diddly dang. I will make some of those. Also, I see some peppers. I was informed last week that Shane likes peppers, and I don't have to constantly be feeding him alcohol for him to love me. There are other ways. I'll take that into account. Night is young. Are there any fish in my league? Try. I'll see if anything bites. I've also seen the Taylor Swift Maddie Healy thing. I saw one post, but I didn't see it again, that they had broken up. But I don't think that's true because I have some friends who were at the Nashville show who like saw him. I mean, I feel like Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn must have been broken up for like a decent amount of time before we found out about it, just because they are so private and like we never see them together anyway. So I don't know how we would have known other than them telling us basically. So like maybe it's been a lot of time. I don't know. She was with him for 6 years and then she's just like with the most chaotic man she could have found. I mean, dating Maddie Healy, like, does inspire some great creative work if Halsey is any point of reference. I know, the poor Gaylors, they never catch a break, huh? Taylor doesn't give them enough time. I wonder how Tay-Tay's beard is taking all of this news. It's a lot for anyone to take in, really. And Taylor's coming to Philly this weekend. I'm not going, but my friends are going. And that's exciting because they don't live near me anymore. So they actually are flying back in town to see Taylor. I'm excited to see them. Taylor bringing people together. Maddie Healy is the lead of the 1975. He's that guy who goes, like chocolate. You know? You never know what he's saying, but it's really deep. You look up the lyrics online, and it's really poetic, but you can't understand any of it when he's actually singing it. It's just... It's like he's in the room right now. Yeah, he's very British. He, I don't know if I love Maddie Healy, if we're being honest. He also, like, kisses fans. Like, on the mouth a lot. Like, a weird amount. And I'm like, I feel like we were past that as a society, right? But I guess not. I don't know. I guess because people think he's attractive, he gets away with stuff like that, but I don't... That's a no for me, personally. Okay, I need a pepper. Do I have any tomato seeds? I should get on that if I don't. Yeah. I like chocolate as well. What's that song about? Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. It's about chocolate. Yeah, like I know, have y'all seen that video on TikTok that everyone was like losing their minds over? Where he's singing something about like masturbating and he goes like, he does like an eye roll and everyone goes crazy. I don't know. I won't pretend that I have peak taste in men, but it didn't do it for me like it was doing it for TikTok. I don't know. Again, I think it's the kissing fans thing. It just weirds me out. Yeah, because I remember, isn't the chocolate music video the one where it's like people robbing a bank too? Have they made new music recently? Because I mean, all that aside, I do really vibe with his music. But... He does feel like a less interesting version of Robert Pattinson. Ugh. Our Pats. Now that's a man. But I do get he's got that like indie sleaze thing going on. I don't know if I could name any of their new songs. I really only remember their first and second album. But I mean, I feel like they invented the 2014 Tumblr aesthetic. Them, Halsey, The Weeknd, like they were the founding fathers. Do y'all remember when Halsey and Maddie Healy dated and she wrote a very detailed graphic erotica about their sex life, and then he broke up with her and she wrote this beautiful song about him where it's like everything is red and blue and purple, and then he just wrote a song about how she's a dumb slut in response. The audacity of this man. What did she say? You were red and I was blue. You touched me and I was a violet sky, and then you decided purple just wasn't for you. Something like that. Like, she didn't have to go that hard. And then he was just like, this man, the audacity. Oh, I saw people were posting about the Shaky Knees Festival. That looks fun. They usually have a good lineup there. I remember my sister went a couple years ago when they had Tears for Fears, and I was so jealous. I love Tears for Fears, and I did not think that they would be at a music festival. Yeah, the first Rain show. Honestly, I mean, I guess it's fun. It's like an experience, but there's already like such a risk of overstimulation at a Taylor Swift concert. I don't know if I could handle that like amount of sensory overload with the rain on top of it. Oh, I am so excited for Speak Now. I think that's one of her best albums. I'm not like a hardcore Taylor Swift fan, but that's like some of her classics are on that album. And she was so young, you know? Like, Dear John is gonna be brutal. You're right. He's not gonna recover. I mean, he barely handled it the first time around. He was... he did not take it in stride. And then she was just like, John, your name is John. You can't get mad about me writing a song about someone named John. Oh, as she should. Yeah, like, Jake Gyllenhaal, I think, did the best that he could do and, like, just kept his mouth shut. Because, you know, you're never gonna get people on your side. You're never gonna get Swifties to come over to your side. So you just gotta hunker down. And live with the consequences of your bad relationship with Taylor Swift. It's like Taylor Swift said, you wouldn't have to write songs about them being a bad person if they weren't bad people in their relationship. So, yeah, it is what it is, John. Oh, I should get those geodes and the ores and stuff. I'll catch whatever fish is here and then wait, I just saw the Tenacious D thing. Did y'all see the Mario movie? Because I have not stopped singing the the Jack Black Bowser song. And that's such a Tenacious D song. Princess Peach at the end of the line. I'll make you mine. It is okay. It's not the worst movie. It's not the best movie. But Jack Black, you know, he was worth seeing it. I love that. That's beautiful. Okay, a little underwhelming, but Oh, I do not have money for ores, do I? Whoops. Did not. I'm so dumb. Y'all didn't see that. Y'all didn't see that. Or do I just need to make a thing? Right? Is it like a welding thing that I just have to craft? Am I just being a goober? I am. I am just being a goober. Y'all didn't see that. Just like so crazy like that. Alright, Gunther. You ready for this spoon? Nothing, huh? That did nothing. I need to put these stupid leprechaun shoes away. I'm not gonna use them. Alex! I did see that people were shipping Bowser and Luigi. Did you see that there is actually a comic where Luigi goes, like, disguises himself as Peach and seduces Bowser? Everybody's so creative. I honestly, I don't think they'll do it. But I really do wish that they would just see the reaction everyone had to Chris Pratt being in the Mario movie and just give us the Luigi's Mansion movie. Because they kind of alluded to it in the movie. Sorry, Grace, I won't go into detail. But that would be such a fun movie, and I feel like that would actually, like, there's more of a premise and a plot to that. All right, who wanted it? Demetrius? All right, where is he? Where's that guy? Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I mean, Rule 34. Everything has been shipped and drawn in graphic detail. Yes. I love Rosalina. She is the one I always play in Mario Party and Mario Kart. She is such a babe. Demetrius, where are you at, my guy? Can I give my leprechaun shoes to somebody? No? What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna use them. Sebastian looks like he could use some leprechaun shoes. Maybe I can sell them at the Adventurers Club. I will see. Oh, I forgot to get a tomato seed, but I don't know if I had money for it. Yes. Am I crazy, or is this, like, better? That's what I had before. Eh. Yeah, the Harry Potter ships were always really chaotic. I mean, Hermione was the classic, right? What were some other, like, good chaotic ones? Did anyone ship Dobby with anybody? Someone had to ship Dobby with somebody. The thing is, the actual relationships in the books were never that interesting, so we kind of had to have our own fun and just make up relationships. Harry and Cedric, yes, yes. That was a good one. And Dean and Seamus. It makes sense though, right? Like, I mean, I guess it's a normal reaction, but like Harry is like grief-stricken for the rest of the summer over Cedric's death, and it's like, you know, they had chemistry. But also like seeing someone murdered in front of you might just have an impact on you generally. Oh my gosh, yes, the Marauders fandom. I mean, I didn't want a Harry Potter reboot in like any form, but if it was gonna be something, I would get a Marauders like spin-off or reboot, because like that's at least what the fans want. The fans don't want a just straight remaking of the original movies. Like, no one was asking for that. Yeah, Robert Pattinson and Daniel Radcliffe would just be a beautiful couple. I love them both. Like, with those original three, Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint, it really is lovely that they, like, grew up to be seemingly, like, very kind, talented people, you know? It's not easy being a child actor, but they made it through, and they're, like, still doing big things. I think Emma Watson's retired from acting, though, right? Or at least I haven't seen her and stuff lately. I do watch Little Women with her in it all the time, though. That's a comfort movie for sure. Yeah, it feels like they actually made an effort to like not traumatize the children in the Harry Potter series. And that's not the norm. Yeah, that's true. I feel like with Kristen Stewart, it had to just be like a really strange directing slash writing choice because like Kristen Stewart can be charismatic. I don't know why she's like so stone-faced in those movies. I guess like her character was kind of meant to be like not have a super strong personality because it's not really about Bella, it's about imagining yourself as Bella, like dating these sexy boys. Honestly, the first Twilight movie is like genuinely a good movie. It is such a delight. I feel like if they had kept that director for the rest of the franchise, it would have been a very different experience. And New Moon's not bad either. And the rest of them are like bad in a fun way. Yeah, yeah. But to Catherine Hardwicke's credit, she had to fight Stephanie Meyer to have what's his name, the black vampire who dies. She had to fight for there to be a black vampire because Stephanie Meyer is like from Utah and is like never seen a person of color, I guess, and was like, no, vampires are only white. And so Catherine's the reason we had the slightest bit of diversity in that franchise. And I think also the reason why there were actually some indigenous people playing indigenous people. Taylor Lautner's not indigenous. I thought he was for a long time, but I guess not. Oh, good for Emma Watson. Yeah, Stephanie, I haven't reread those books, but I have a feeling that the Mormonism and the conservatism would like really show through. All right, let's give Shane this pepper. Let's give the people what they want. All right, hopefully maybe we'll see like a really tragic scene with Shane. Oh Oh, Stephanie Meyer. And those books were also like super, super pro-life because Bella's baby was eating her from the inside and they were still like, abortion is wrong. Even when it's a monster that's literally eating her from the inside. Like, oh, Stephanie, I don't know if Brigham Young really had a strong opinion on this very specific scenario. I guess I'm not the expert. What do I need for furnace? Copper. No. Alright. Let's do it. I'm not going to be a dummy, and I'm actually going to make some bars. Look at that. Beautiful. We're moving on up in the world. Yeah. I can make another one. Let's make another one. Let's go crazy. Or I can make a stone sign. Very fun. Very exciting. Won't let me... I want to go to bed, but let me put this down anywhere. Eh? I don't want to put it there, though. That's, like, really chaotic, even for me. Okay, okay. Like, please don't make me do this. Oh, I don't have coal. 1 second. I love how Daniel Radcliffe, like, that is the strategy. He was like, for people to see me outside of Harry Potter, I just gotta do the weirdest fucking shit so that you're so distracted by that that you'll totally forget that I was Harry Potter once. And it worked. I watched that one movie, I forget what it's called, but where he's like a corpse. And he's like farting the whole time. Y'all know what I'm talking about? He's just like a corpse that this one guy just carries around and he's like decomposing and farting the entire time, and that's like his character. Great movie. And he's Weird Al, right? That was intense sound. Oh, okay. That's what sure, explosion, yeah. Sounds good. It is Swiss Army Man. I don't remember the actual plot, but it was a trip. It was a strange movie. No, don't eat that. Resist, resist. I should look and see, because it's like a community center upgrade, right? What it takes to get a water... Oh my god. Watering can upgrade. I was blanking on that word. Because as delightful as this is, it does kind of take a long time, doesn't it? Because I don't have the... What do I do? What am I... Oh, well, I could make it, but I sold my silver, I mean, my iron yesterday. What about Josh Peck? Josh Peck, I've said this before, he kind of gives me strange vibes. And I didn't read his memoir, but I listened to Celebrity Memoir Book Club and they read his memoir, and he just had a kind of a very strange attitude about his like stardom, and he was like, he would get weirdly annoyed that people would ask about Drake, like Drake Bell. And it's like, well, you know, they saw you on a TV show with him. I don't know if it's that crazy that they think you're associated. Yeah, again, hanging out with David Dobrik is like all I need to know, but some people still like David Dobrik. Like, I'm doing my video on Madison Beer, and I thought, oh, maybe like she's not friends with him anymore since he's kind of been through those scandals, but no, they were at a music festival together like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, Madison. Because Madison will talk about her taste in men, and she's like, I like Bo Burnham, Nathan Fielder, and David Dobrik, and I'm like, 2 out of 3, bestie, I'm with you. I don't get the third. I don't get it. Even before the scandals, I was like, I don't see it. Well, maybe it's a good thing that you weren't near Drake Bell at a high school. He, I mean, if you want to see him at a high school, I don't think it's hard to find. Because didn't he go missing recently? And they were like, his last known whereabouts were at the local high school. And it's like, okay, well, why was that? Why was that his last known whereabouts? Why are we not discussing that? And he was fine. He was just like, he just tweeted, oh, you turn your phone off for 1 day. And I'm like, I think it takes more than that for people to think that you're missing, my guy. And there's something you're not telling us in that story. Yeah, like what is Drake Bell doing? I have some questions. Yeah, I would assume so. That was probably when he was like on that diving reality show, and I was like rooting for him. He got a concussion on that. That was wild to see. Yeah, I have heard that he's had like a resurgence in Mexico, and he has like a Mexican performance name. Which I know. I guess when you commit crimes against children, that's the next best thing for you. I don't know. The thing is, I think he would go if he was invited, but I don't think Drake Bell was even relevant enough to get invited. Is that too dark? Like, not that cool people were going there, but no one wanted to hang out with Drake Bell. Yeah, like... Yeah, I really got him by saying that Epstein was too cool for him, huh? I hate myself. I lost my train of thought. Drake Campagna. Yeah, he's never boring. That's for sure. Whenever I hear what he's up to, it never bores me. You know, maybe that's enough. Yeah, I'll take a strong stance. I'm not afraid to say it. Fuck Epstein. Oof. Glad I got that off my chest. Thank you, Trader by Trade, I know. How did we get here, huh? This is not where I thought the conversation would be going when we started tonight, but... And frankly, I don't really know how to get away from it, because how do we go from talking about this to like, all right, well, we're farming. I know, I'm speaking my truth. I'm speaking my truth. And that is what it is. I mean, truly, this is my stream of consciousness. Welcome to my twisted mind. But I'm happy you've all been on this journey with me. I feel like we've all really bonded over this experience. All right. Let me give... Is Marnie here? Actually, I feel like I just saw her over there. Or she's not here. Why would she ever be here? Silly me. I know. I don't like small talk. I like to talk about real stuff, you know? Except that's not even true, because my favorite things to talk about are the absolute most frivolous things ever. Red. Alright, I don't even know if Marnie likes this pepper, but I'm gonna give it to her. Alright. Okay, well I guess I'm leaving. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me, excuse me. Hello, hello. Ugh. Ugh. Marnie is a sweetie, but she's never where she's supposed to be, is she? I can never predict where she is. I know they all have a set schedule, but I can't predict it. Oh, it's Maru's birthday tomorrow. I should look up what she likes. I'll have to remember that. Sorry, I'm thinking. I'm like, do I fish or not? Oh, I need to eat. I swear, it's like my character just like me on Adderall. I just forget. Not good to eat on a regular basis. Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to give like too many excuses for myself. I mean, y'all aren't watching for the gameplay, I expect. But I do feel like talking really detracts from my ability to focus, you know. Multitasking. That was a sentence, right? See, I'm focused on fishing, so it makes no sense. What I'm trying to say is I'm losing efficiency with all of this deep conversation, so I'm sorry my gaming is not always as epic as it can be. I mean, I try, but you know, just so you know, this isn't me even at my full potential. If y'all weren't here, I'd be killing it. I'd be speedrunning. You just wouldn't see, but it definitely would happen for sure. See, I even like looked at the chat while I was fishing that one. So, be impressed. Aw, good night, be yourself. And we're gonna get there, Blue Star, we will. I'm so excited for Emerald City Confidential. I feel like the ending is gonna be ultra bananas. I expect nothing less from that game. Yeah, oh my gosh, I forgot that you had a concussion to yourself. Definitely rest. Uh, uh, uh. Oh my gosh. Fingers getting tired. What does that say about me? What does that say about society, generally? I know, the fish need to, like, get on my level, honestly. But it's okay. Oh, well. I was gonna say I was gonna catch one more fish and then head back to my place. Not quite yet. Come on. It's like this. That was even worse than last time. I'm not giving up though. Who's here? He's been so quiet. He only barked like a little bit today. Doing really well for himself. Uh. Whatever fish is in this spot is like not doing what I want it to do. And I think that's so rude. Oh! No! No! Oh my god, I was so close. Y'all saw that. I was so close. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't know, other nerdy boy. I feel like I would assume that they're um, based on whatever data they've stolen from you, so like slightly personalized. Yeah, y'all share amongst yourself. What was advertised to you? Oh, Spider-Man's fun. I don't know. Maybe it's just thinking my target audience would be into Spider-Man. I don't know if that's so inaccurate. All right, let me plant my. They may be dead, but treat them with. All right. I don't have as many fish as. Okie dokie, and I still have those seeds. I don't know if I'm really gonna use that. Maybe someday. Come on. Was there already a seed there? Too dark. I can't tell. There we go. Beautiful. All done. Okay. Probably use my bait at some point, huh? Uh, Bye, Grace. I'm actually heading out right now, too. So if Grace is leaving, I'm leaving. Wow, I just made myself 123 bucks. Okay. Uh, this was fun, y'all. A lot of we covered a lot of ground, you know. A lot of topics were discussed. I don't know if they had any relation to each other, but they certainly were discussed. Anyways, have a good night, y'all. Get some rest. I know, Epstein better watch out. All right. Good night. I'm done.